Yeah, it's still not doing it. It's still doing the same thing it did the last time. It's not going to the. So I mean, I don't know what to do as far as to get it to go, but it's going back to the old.
Yeah, the Brenda one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Brenda one. For some reason, it's picking up back on the Brenda one.
Brenda? Yeah. Come on, Brenda.
Yeah.
We love you, babe.
Come on, Brenda, throw us a bone here.
She's not wanting to relinquish
right
her status here. So
is it Brenda or is it?
Can you find us live on YouTube at all? Anyone?
Yeah. We got the announcement and the countdown.
Yeah. I think we're live. What I'm watching,
We're live over there.
Not according to the chat.
Yeah,
I think we're okay.
It's not on that channel with the chat.
Yeah, that's live.
Separate.
Yeah, Oxyman says he's found us. Thank you, thank you, Jason, Rick and Hall out there. Chris Nealon is out there. Yep. Who else? Did I miss anybody? I think that's it. There's some drive-by workshop or something out there.
Okay, I've got us live right now because I'm wearing the gray T-shirt and the hat.
Yeah,
but it says celebration of life for Brenda.
Do what?
Correct.
Yeah, it's and that shouldn't be.
I wonder if you got to delete that and get it totally off your computer or something.
Yeah, no, but anyway, if y'all can find us, we're having a show tonight. I don't know what the heck's going on with here. Everything is working great except for the system that I use, which is called Restream.
Yeah. Hey, you are on Twitch too, by the way.
Yeah.
Donna's here with us. Donna is the key one.
Right. And here's the weird thing about Restream. It's showing. All right, here, let me take it. I can do it.
All right.
It's showing that I'm live. Hold on. Let me do something. It's showing that I'm live on YouTube.
Yep.
And it's showing the actual name of the show like it's supposed to be on Restream.
Yep.
It's showing that I'm live and it's showing the actual name, but YouTube hasn't picked it up as that. It's picked it up as the celebration of life with Brenda.
Well, yes.
YouTube's been having a lot of
issues.
issues.
Live on Twitch, so hey, if you're live on Twitch,
maybe it's not Restream, maybe it's YouTube.
Well, it could be a YouTube problem. So let me.
I think it's got to be.
Let's see if the Restream chat. Yeah, I'm picking up the Restream chat.
Yeah, it's on Twitch. Yes, I don't see it on Facebook.
So it must be a YouTube problem, I guess. I don't know.
I've got it on YouTube right here.
Yeah.
I think I agree.
I got the two my monitor, my TV, and my phone. So it's got to be on YouTube's end. That's putting the wrong title on it.
Yeah.
Yep. Or Restream. It could be Restream.
15.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah. So welcome to the show. Welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ.
What it is.
Hi, Russ.
Yeah. And this is not the celebration of life of Brenda. We did that before. It seems like, and I'm thinking about canning Restream and just totally going back to doing nothing but YouTube, because it seems as of lately, Restream is a program that I use. and it simultaneously broadcasts to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time. It works with my software Yard Stream, or not Yard, StreamYard. It works with the software StreamYard, and what does StreamYard actually sends the signal to Restream. Restream simultaneously broadcasts it on all of my channels. So it seems like lately, every single time I come on to do a show, especially if I've been off a little bit, they do it as soon as I open up Stream. Oh, we've updated. We have new stuff here today, and I go, okay, well, great. Well, tonight it said you'll have to re-add your channels, and I'm like, I've been using this software the last 4 or 5 years. Why are y'all people? Your IT techs are so stupid that they can't pick up my channels from the other software? Are you kidding me? So I had to add the channels in. So I thought everything was okay. Well, everything is not okay, because obviously I did everything I'm supposed to do, and it's still not broadcasting right on to YouTube. So I don't know what to say. I'm flustered. And it adds, you know what's incredible about this, guys? It adds to my story, doesn't it?
Yes,
Just
it does.
another thing that's gone wrong.
And you're going to hear it here live, folks.
Yeah, you're fixing to hear the last 2 weeks of my life that has been hell on earth. Yeah. So anyway, it's been incredible. So I'm Russ. Welcome. Sorry that we're having so many problems, and this is like the third time you've had to. James Parker said, "Did you see my new gator?" Yes, I saw that. I want the pattern. Where the heck did you get the? I'll buy the pattern. You ain't got to give it to me, but I want that. He made a toy gator with wheels that's like articulating, that you pull with a string. James Parker did. Yeah, it's awesome. When I saw that,
I need to see that so I can copy it.
Yes.
Yeah, it is awesome. So James, we need to know where you got that pattern from, because I'll go buy it. I don't mind buying it. Michelle Marcoux said he's on Twitch, and he said, "Hi gang, I'm on Twitch." See, so it's obviously working on Twitch. It might be a problem with YouTube. It might not be Restream. It might be just YouTube.
We got 19 or 20 people watching on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
So they found us.
And like I was telling the guys, they were like, I'd hate to get rid of Restream, because, I mean, we get to anywhere between 20 to 30 watching on YouTube. But it pulls in people from Twitch and Facebook, and when you add all three together, I get 50 plus people watching the show between all three channels. That's not a bad audience. So I don't want to get rid of Restream, but it sure is being a pain in my rear.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just giving me a problem. So anyway, James Parker, you want to see a picture of it? I can get a picture of it off your Facebook channel.
Yeah, let me see it, because
James,
I'm looking for some new items to make and put in the stores this fall.
So anyway, yeah, we didn't have a show the first Saturday. My aunt passed away. I posted that on Facebook, and so her funeral was that afternoon. I just didn't feel like doing a show. And then this past weekend, it was Labor Day weekend, and we were supposed to go off for the weekend. And it's a great story. Let me tell you that. I'm going to have to tell you. But before we get into that, let me talk about my sponsors, because I can't forget everything. Even though the show is a totally screw up, I'm going to try to salvage it. Devobel Technologies for web design, development, and posting. To visit devobel.com. FastCap, innovative product for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking, create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice for hard to find woodworking supplies. Go to bearwood.com. Cleans for the sanding specialist, woodworkingshop.com. And Seiko, the Scrolls Hall specialist, seiko.com. And another thing that's happened this week that y'all didn't even notice, I've lost my gold glasses. I'm having to wear these black ones because I can't find the other ones. So that's another thing that's happened in the last 2 weeks.
It's probably in your camper.
Yeah. Probably be the camper that would sit in the front yard all weekend that we were supposed to be gone on vacation.
That you were going to post pictures of, and you have never posted a picture of.
Yeah, I know. Jim, you have a little sidekick tonight, so introduce yourself and your sidekick.
Okay, Jim from Driveway Workshop with my grandson, oldest grandson, Michael here.
What's up, y'all?
Hello.
What's up, y'all?
Y'all?
I thought that was Maverick.
Is he from Texas?
That's pretty good.
No, hardly.
He sounds like one of my people.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, y'all?
We took him to Tennessee and back with us last summer, so maybe that's it.
Well, he picked up a sign somewhere.
Yep. So I've actually got half of my workshop cleaned out, and been playing with that guy.
Okay, yeah, your new laser. That's nice.
Yeah.
I've seen a
So I've been making. I'm trying to get puzzle stuff laid out so I can make puzzles.
Look at your grandson. He's a
little
car.
right? The smart aleck. And my my CNC's over there. So I got everything pretty much cleaned up, and radial arm saws there on my work. I probably start doing stuff from out here until it gets too cold.
Cool.
But that's been it. I had COVID a couple of weeks ago. That wasn't fun.
Next is Dixon.
Hey, everybody. I'm Dixon Hoffman. You can find me at hoffmansignsandecals.com.
Al. Kilroy.
Forte, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Kilroy 79763 on Twitch.
Chris.
Hey gang, Chris, the old Cranky Workshop down here in Southwest sunny Florida. And Michael, if you want to see some real woodworking, follow me and Donald. We'll take care of you.
Yeah. And I have convinced, talked, begged, done everything I could do to get this beautiful lady back on our show, and she finally said yes. So
yeah, she got a bigger contract than the rest of us.
Yeah, Donna, we're gonna have to talk about this. But welcome back.
So Donna and I have been friends. I never will forget that her and who was it? The other lady that was on the show? Not Brenda. Katie. Yeah. Her and Katie, we went to the Atlanta Woodworking. They told me that we went to the Atlanta Woodworking show just to see you, and I was never so thrilled in my life to meet you. And I thank you for being back with us.
Oh, I missed everybody. I get on when I could. Donna from Donna's Wooden Art, Donna's Embroidery Plus. Message me. I usually respond. I'm back.
Yes. And she's got. Tell us a little bit, just real quick, about your embroidery machine. How many colors of thread can you put in that thing?
It's a 15 needle.
15. So you can have 15 separate colors in your embroidery.
Which is so much easier than having to change out the thread constantly.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I agree. I agree.
I think there's only 2 projects where I had to actually change out a couple of colors.
Right. No, I saw you. You're posting videos back to YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yes.
On Donna's Embroidery Plus. Last one's on how to thread. Somebody needed some extra help on threading the machine, so I help people with doing that stuff.
Okay.
I need to do another cooking one on there too. Again.
Yeah. So she's back on YouTube. So look up Donna's Embroidering Plus on YouTube.
I got the link. I'll post it out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Because I'm so confused tonight, I wouldn't even be able to.
No worries. I'm gonna post it on Twitch though. There it is.
Okay. And Paul
Corliss from Paul's Messy Workshop. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram and here. And don't forget to hear Al's story too.
Woo.
Al's story.
Yeah, he's got a good story.
Okay. What was your story, Al?
Pictures. I even have pictures.
Okay. Oh, is that class you went to?
Oh no. That's something else totally different.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Donald. I don't want to forget Donald.
Right.
I'm Donald Matthews from Donald Philosophies Wood Shop. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I got a website called redneckknowhow.com.
Well, first off, if I don't want to take because my story is going to be kind of long. So, Al, what's your story that Paul wants us to know about?
Well, and I didn't mention it earlier, but I'll go ahead and mention it. So, like this last, I've been suffering from problems with my head. You know what I'm saying?
We knew that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well,
We know exactly what you're saying.
Whoa, wait 1 second. If I had a head like that, I'd have problems with it all the time.
But I know how to manage it.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm saying is I've been having just horrific problems with my sinuses. I mean, big time.
Yeah.
I've been taking prescribed medicine, Vicks, Vapor Cool, whatever. Anyway, and go to the doctor. The doctor says, well, it was a yearly physical anyway, and the reason I'm leading in this way because of course I had to remove some of my clothing. The doctor was able to see my backside because the weekend before I was pulling my pool liner and I tripped over my sandals, fell sideways into a brick. So I've got a black and blue mark like this, which I'm not going to show you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
no
it reminded me what you said about falling and stuff. But I have pictures. This isn't my buttock. This is my knee where I fell sideways. It just scraped it like a rug burn.
Russ, those pretty hairy though.
But the doctor, yeah, they're pretty hairy. But the doctor, when he saw my buttock, man, it was almost like he started almost to laugh because it's the black and blue mark. He says that black and blue is going to go all the way down your leg.
Yep.
But anyway, that's my story. But you know what fixed my sinuses? Oh, because the doctor was going to send me to an allergist. I said, no, yeah, this right here. I put some of this in my nostrils, guys, and I'll endorse it. I'll endorse it. This stuff. My wife recommended.
What is it?
Oh, is that mentholatum?
Mentholatum, yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, my sinuses were running 2-3 weeks just constantly. I was sneezing. I really think it was a sinus infection, but
yeah.
Oh,
I use that
I
stuff.
saw 2 doctors. They said, "Oh, it's allergies." I put this in my nose, and almost immediately, because I had a little cut right there, almost immediately,
I have that a thing like that beside my bed. Sometimes at night when I go to bed, my nose is like really stuffy, so to speak.
Yeah, yes,
and
exactly.
I will rub it. You're gonna laugh, but I'll take it and rub it on my mustache.
Yeah.
And I'll lay down, and within 3 to 4 minutes after laying down, my sinuses open up, and I go right to sleep.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Kyle
Yeah.
is on Sunday.
Aussie Man wants to know, how does the black and blue butt block your sinuses?
What? Kyle? No, he's
Well, okay. Do I need to go a little bit further as to how he saw my backside?
No, there's no pictures. If there's no pictures, who cares?
Okay. I mean, I can give proof, but I don't think that'd be appropriate. It'd be kind of hard to kind of sit there, By the way, I thought I'd broken a hip or something because it hit like on the I'll just be on the cheek and then the bone,
Yeah.
And oh my God, I was like, and I still hurt. I mean, it's still inflamed and painful.
Al,
so
you need to go to my doctor. He did all the polyp removals for me and everything, and I didn't have to take my pants off once.
Yeah, we heard you didn't wear pants when you went there.
Let me just say,
when did you have this fall? The day. I want to know the day.
I want to say, let's see, I'm trying to think when I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor on Thursday. I fell. It was either Saturday or Sunday, Russ.
Saturday or Sunday of Labor Day weekend?
Yes. Yeah, because I didn't stream. I was hurting my sinuses, and I'm hurting, and yeah.
So you fell about the same time I did.
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. You landed on your butt. I landed on my leg.
Yeah. Yeah. When you said
Russ, you really
So what you're saying is when you slipped out, you landed and you land. I mean, I'm not trying to be.
no. I
But
tripped.
your butt landed on a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have just. I fell sideways. And back.
Yeah.
Okay, I fell sideways and back, and this part here was the one that impacted the
brick.
a big
Yeah.
big cinder block.
Yeah.
The end of it, and ironically, I probably should have taken a picture. Maybe I did of the end. I think I did take a picture of the end of the brick. I mean,
I don't want to see a picture, but that's fine.
No, it's not of the buttock. Oh, it is of the brick. It is of the brick. Yeah. Look at the corner of the brick.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you solo layout so we can see the corner of the brick. Oh yeah, that looks like that would hurt.
Yes.
Now you didn't break it, did you?
No. Oh my God. Now if I hit it in my head, that might have been a
Butt or the brick?
But I've got a mark. Just like
No,
that.
the brick looks like it's broken in the corner. I thought
Yeah.
that big butt broke it.
That broken
You wiped
part.
out the corner of the building, didn't you?
There's a negative of that corner down there by my lower hip, basically. Or I just thought you guys might want to know that too.
No, I mean that's actually kind of like it's almost like we're like connected as brothers because
Yeah,
I
crazy?
told the panel the story, which I'm going to tell y'all tonight of the Labor Day weekend, and I fell actually that Labor Day weekend. So yeah, it's kind of like us, like we both fell the same weekend. But I know this is going to be panel shop talk. So before we get into, because my story is going to take a little while, anybody like Jim, anybody got any stuff that you want to talk about as far as, like we said, panel shop talk? So shop talk. Jim, you been doing anything lately that other than the laser?
cleaning the shop out too, so I can work in it. So
you got your laser up and running?
Yeah, it's up and running. I found a 10-watt optical, Dixon, laser head for this thing. I might buy it because it'll cut 30 millimeter acrylic and it'll go through 12 millimeter thick hardwood. So this little puzzle I'm making now, these are test cuts, but I've got a place down in Terre Haute, Indiana, that's down south of me here, and they sell just like cut off pieces and stuff like this. So I'll make all the puzzle pieces out of this and make a frame for it. So I got this one. I got some Purple Heart.
Cool.
So yeah. So I'm going to do that for my niece and get that done, and then I'll have a good start on making kids' toys.
I haven't used my little diode in a while once I bought the CO2, but I love that little diode laser. That thing.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Yeah.
But I picked up a new drill press. I don't know if you can. It's over there next to the bandsaw.
Yeah, I see it.
So those are all on roll-arounds, and then I got this sander so I can sand things easier.
Yeah.
So
all kinds of tools.
I'll get away on stuff now. What
drill press is that? What?
It's a Wen.
Yeah. Sorry. Saw the orange.
I tell you what,
it's pretty nice.
The Wen is kind of like, all right, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to hurt your feelings. Wen is like a cheaper version of your tools. But I have I'm in a woodworking club, and I've talked to several people that have Wen products, and they say they work fantastic.
Yeah,
it came with this table for it too, so it's pretty nice.
Really?
Yeah. They're kind of like a Harbor Freight version of the tools, so to speak. They're a little bit cheaper than everything else, but people that I've talked to that own them in our woodworking club and other, they say they work great. They don't have any problems out of them. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a Delta and it didn't give me the tabletop.
And you found And you found a CNC too, Jim, when you cleaned your shop.
Yeah, it's right over there, and the TV monitor above it's there, and and my radio arm saw.
He knew
My
the CNC
planer's
was back there
over.
somewhere. So.
My planer's parked right there, so all set to go.
Right. Before we go any further, I don't want to neglect to say hi to everybody that's out there. But Chris, and if I miss you, I'm not missing you on purpose. I'm just kind of doing a scan through. But Chris Nealon's out there, JJE. If I miss somebody and y'all want to call him out, go ahead. Aussie Man's out there. He is also Jason Rithskloff. I'm not sure how do you say that, but good that you're out there.
Russ Meadows is out there.
Russ Meadows, yes,
Russ.
I saw him.
Russ, come back to the show.
Yeah, JJE. I already said. I know James Parker. I mentioned him earlier. Brooks Martin is out there. Thank you for watching us tonight, Brooks Martin. Like I said, if y'all see anybody that I'm missing, holler out.
I saw a new name in the other YouTube feed. Is it Butterscotch? Don, I think you knew him.
Okay. James Parker already mentioned. Aussie Man already mentioned.
I can't find that.
Just trying to scan back through, but Jim Dockrell's out there. Good to have old Jim Dockrell.
Let's get the speakers on. I hear feedback.
Alan Carter's there.
Lynn's handcrafted wood signs.
Someone turned it down.
It's Al. He had his head. What?
It's always Al. It's always Al.
I'm just reading.
Anyway, so I'm just going back through Jim Dockrell. I see him in there. Alan Carter. I just saw his name pop up. So glad to have y'all out there. You know, I didn't want to forget about the people to watch. Dixon, do you have anything?
I've been really busy the last 2 months when it rains out and that, because I'm starting a hobby that's going to keep me real busy in the winter, and I can use my lasers and 3D printers on it. I laid about 300 feet of HO track. My whole back shop I'm changing into a train room.
Cool.
So I've been really
Another
busy.
rabbit hole.
All my tools, laser and everything, I put on casters, and they're up high enough where they slide right underneath all my benches that I built for the train tracks.
Nice.
And so my whole shop is all changed, and I got an outside track and then one going down part of the center. It's a
You got to do some videos on the track when it's up and running. Yeah,
I think a whole show.
So I've been 3D printing bridges because I made custom on the doorway. It's curved and then straight, a big long bridge. So I downloaded a HO scale bridge, and I cut the bottom out, and then I took the two sides and blew it up, and then I glued them to the side of this bridge so it looks like a custom made bridge for the track.
Cool.
So
You say it goes outside too?
No, not yet.
Around the outside of your shop.
The whole outside of my shop is 20 by 14, and I'm going to make later on, I'll start a second level, but I had to make two bridges, so I got them all done, and I got brick on it, and what was I going to say? Oh, I've been looking around, and 2 months ago, I found a place in Green Bay. A lady had, she wanted $600 for this stuff, and I got it down to 400, and there were like 4 locomotives that I had to repair them all. But after I estimated the stuff on the lowest end, it's worth about $3,000 worth of stuff that I got for 400.
Wow, that's a heck of a deal.
Any smoke? Any smoke out of them?
No, not yet. And I'm changing it all to a system they call DCC, so it's all digital. So the locomotives make noise and the horns, and when they start up, they sound just like the real thing.
Sweet.
And they want a company that makes this stuff is Digitrax. So I looked it up, and I have a picture of a Digitrax system. And where is that? Right. Anyway, it's a remote control, and right here. Here's the electronics and everything. And they want right there it is. For that system, they want $599. It says right there, $549. I'm gonna do it for $40 with Arduino boards.
Yes, yes.
That's my man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the Arduino board is going to be the base. I'll do that for $40, and then I have all these sensors and RI sensors, and I'm going to use a Arduino Mego to control all switching and be able to tell where each locomotive is located.
Okay.
So instead of paying the $549, I'm going to do it for $40.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way
This
to
is
go.
amazing.
Great. Midnight Scroller has joined us.
Hello,
So-
Shaylee.
Alan Carter, Brooks Martin, thank you. Al, other than your buttocks, Corey, do you have anything you've been doing on your? I know you had the problems with the. How's your enterprise? The first thing I want to ask you is how your enterprise is going.
The Enterprise
he's hanging
is
his
at a
head.
dead stop. I mean, a dead, just
Dead-
totally stopped in
Dead
mid.
in
in
space.
mid-build.
I told my wife about that because she watches the show a lot of times, and when we're on, and she's in the bedroom, she watches our show, and she was like, "Wow, I know he's got to be because she knows your interest in Star Trek." And she goes, "I know he's got to be disappointed." I said, "Yeah, hopefully he can find somebody that." But she even was like disappointed for you because she was like, "I know he'd been working on that thing for so long," and I'm like, "Yep." So anyway, go ahead and.
Well, thank you for Nancy for feeling the pain. Anyway, I really appreciate it. What happened is Eagle Moss went out of business. So this was, I don't know, last month, 2 months ago. I lost track, but they went out of business. In fact, Paul sent me an article where that was it, and I was streaming like a month ago, and one of the viewers mentioned it as I was building it, and it was the last time I built. But he came on and said, "Hey, they're gone. They're defunct. They're no more." And I noticed that the money hadn't been coming out of my checking account. But actually, yesterday, one of my friends that has an ectoplasm, I believe, which is the Ghostbusters build, and it's a beautiful build. I mean, it's intricate like you would believe. He told me that they've got the databases for all the users have been sold to another company, and the other company is interested in doing the Enterprise, the Ectoplasm. I don't remember the DeLorean, various different models that Eagle Moss produced. I'm looking forward to that starting back up, them contacting me. And I do have to research it, see if I can contact them first, before they get a hold of me.
Right.
I'd love to just buy the whole thing out. I'm at 78 of 120, which is like 2/3 of the way through. So it's not going to be that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the opportunity to buy it all out up front,
Exactly.
I'd do it.
Exactly.
Once
Yeah,
companies start buying up each other, you might get lost.
Yeah,
in the water.
I agree. If you got that much invested in it, might as well just say, "Hey, just send me all the rest of them at one time, and let's get it
If
over."
that's an option, that's what I'm going to try for.
Yeah.
But they might be just starting up builds, because I got in basically when they first started. So they started, and they kept manufacturing the kits and then sending them out, right? So, ahead of time. So this new company is going to have to basically pick up from where they left off. I don't think there may be a whole stock of parts that went with it, but from what I understood, it was just like the customer databases and who had what, and
That's a positive thing too, that somebody else took it over. They might continue on.
might, yeah.
Yeah,
And I think
that's a good thing.
Yeah. So,
All right, I gotta interrupt because it just made me laugh. Midnight Scroller says, "Al, I thought your room was really set up like that until you glitched and I realized it's green screen."
Actually, that's Al's bedroom behind him. So.
right. I have asked my wife to get the teleporters. How they look. You get a shower curtain that looks like the teleporters. I have asked her to do that, and it's like, no, she ain't having any of that.
Al, she might have followed along if you didn't have like Green or Orion makeup.
Maybe you want the bunk beds with the
again.
Yeah, I want a replicator.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. You know, in essence, we have somewhat of a replicator because we have 3D printers and they're additive or
yes,
or
but I like to have a nice hot blonde that is 24 by 30. Never mind.
Nancy.
Nancy,
It was a joke.
feed off
It was
now,
a joke.
Nancy. Shut the
Anyway,
feed off.
Chris, I know you've been working on some stuff, and one of the things I've seen you post is about your Noah's Ark and the animals. That's one.
I got like 50 things going on at once in the shop. I'm trying to get 2 arcs ready because I sell my stuff from 2 different stores. And I want to put 1 arc in each one for the holidays. I figured,
Right. Yes.
Down
I
here,
love
big
your
Christian base.
the arcs. My Nancy's commented about the arcs and said that you do fantastic work. Those are nice.
We'll talk. I can hook you up with a good deal. So,
Yeah.
but I'm also a couple other things is the sanding station in the back of the shop. Everything was piling up on top. I got the big box of sandpaper. I got my handheld sanders. Everything was everywhere. So I built a shelf above the sanding tools.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool.
And it's still not done. I want to put some plywood on the back, keep the dust from blowing into the back storage area. So
Right.
on top of that, I sold my first lathe, my old Harbor Freight, the 10
did
by
you
18.
sell it?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, once I sold it, I broke down the cart it was on. I was amazed at how much space that was actually taking up in the shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like I reinvented the shop. I had like 5-10 extra feet over on that side of the room all of a sudden. Like,
yeah.
This is great. I should have sold it months ago. So,
Yeah.
but
and I agree. If you're not using something, I have a boat, and not to just change the subject, but I have a boat, and we haven't used it in quite a few years, and I'm considering selling it. I'm just figuring,
I mean, I've been using the bigger, the Harbor Freight lathe, which runs like a champ, and the other one was just sitting there collecting the wood chips off the bigger ones. That's all I was doing. So I said, you know what, $100. I sold it. Some other guy who's just beginning, he's going to learn on it like I learned on it. So it was a good deal all across. But the 2 arcs they're almost done. The arcs themselves are done. I'm working on the animals now, and I'm already thinking I better start a 3rd one because if one of those goes real fast, I need to have one to put back in the store.
Right.
So we'll see. Right now, the sales are dead. The snowbirds have gone north. They haven't come back yet. But I've been told they'll be back soon, and they will bring their money. I need them to bring their money.
Donna, what do you want to talk about?
And I'm working on a couple things. I finished my deck. Oh, look, I got a picture. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw those pictures. She was working on her.
I actually got that done. Mark's idea of fixing the deck was just block it off so nobody could use it. And I'm like, no, I want to use my deck.
Right.
So I got it finished. There's no nails to step on anymore. There's no broken board.
Yeah, you used that thing that shot the nails through the tongue and groove part, right?
Yeah, it's a jig you put up there where you put your screw in it and you can do it. It's a pocket hole jig for
yeah. Right.
Yeah,
right.
you put that screw in there and shoot, and then you just use your drill and put it through there. Worked everywhere, of course, except the edges, of course. So it looks really good. And I'm working on some kitchen towels.
I saw those. Those are awesome. Here, hold on. Let me get you, hold them up. Let me get you a solo layout. Those are awesome. Those are cool.
So I got a gnome one that I did. But yeah, so I'm going back and forth between the embroidery shop and working on my front deck. So it depends on the weather as to which one I'm working on. I still have to stain I have to take the shutters down and redo them, and I'm gonna make a canopy with some of my marine canvas to go over. So I don't like them colors up there. I don't block off enough of the rain, so I still have to do that. But it's raining too much.
Oh, you can't leave that. Don't leave that, Paul.
Hey, Donna.
Getting over that.
Hey, Donna. Do you know?
It wasn't a butt whipping, oh God. It was definitely not a butt whipping.
Right here to it, Donna.
I got to do more of them too.
Donna did this. Donna did this.
I thought the same thing when they left a minute and a half. I said that's
We're getting some very big feedback. So
somebody's
people
TV
start
or
muting yourself from somewhere. I don't know where it's
Not
coming
me.
from.
I don't think.
All right, so Paul.
Paul, you're muted.
Paul, you're muted.
I'm gonna unmute Paul.
Yes, I
There
am.
you
Just
go.
a second. Just a second here.
some of that had to do with
Is that actually coming from you?
Yeah, we caught him.
Yeah. Okay.
He had a different video playing.
I made that.
Nice.
That
Yeah,
is
that's cool.
that's a Russ design, and you designed it for scroll saw or laser.
Scroll saw, and the welcome sign was actually supposed to be kind of like separate and attached to the pumpkin, but I like the way you combine that. That looks fun. That looks awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just went in Vectric and redesigned it and then cut it on the CNC.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, that looks great. It looks fantastic. Yeah, I did it as a scroll saw project, but I did the welcome sign and I did the pumpkin separate. Then you could just like attach the welcome sign to the bottom of the pumpkin. So, but to give it kind of like a little 3D. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like it.
I made that on my CNC.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get you solo. Yeah, that's cool.
And it's hollow, so you can put like a tea light in the bottom.
Yeah, a candle.
And that's made out of a cedar fence picket.
Cool.
Nice.
Hold my pattern back up real quick so everybody can see it solo.
Yeah, it's all about Russ. There we go.
Russ, it was show your work again on the pumpkin, Russ. Come on.
Right.
That's cool.
No, that looks good. That really, and I love the contrast how you did that. Yeah. Did you leave the pumpkin natural wood?
It is. Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
I like that.
I was going to paint it orange, but I liked it better natural.
No, I like it. I agree. Totally agree with you. It looks great like that. And Donald, do you have anything you want to?
Well, Paul is departing.
I finally got that wood piece of wood turned into my.
Paul, come by. We can stay longer.
Oh, an ashtray. Yeah, Paul was on just in time.
Out there I'm finishing up.
A couple of pins you're working on?
Yeah, for a customer, I did manage to get tired of trying to weed eat the whole yard. Screw all that exercise. I went and my neighbor had an old lawnmower. I bought a mower that I got from him. I think I'm actually getting more exercise pushing it than I was with a weed eater. Getting ready to put up a video on an orthodox way to balance a blade when you and getting ready to get into making some wooden toys, because here, I just found out here a little while ago I'm gonna be along with the rest of you and be a grandpa.
Hey!
So I got to make some toys there.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Remember, new wood, not
I'm
used
looking
wood.
forward to it too.
Yeah. And also
wood,
something I did not say in the very beginning and everything, but I've been working on turning a car trailer into a toy hauler camper, but anyway, my point being is during that process, plus when I went to the doctor the last time, he told me my hemoglobin, blood sugar or whatever, at 6.0, you're considered a diabetic. And I was at 5.7, I think it was at the time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I have cut out, I would say 90. It's more than 90, but I'll say 90, at least 90% of sweets out of my diet. And I was bad about it. I'd come in and have a ding dong or a ho ho, or, you know what I'm saying? It's a Twinkie or whatever. So and I cut it all out. I cut all that out. I've been eating no sweets. I mean, every once in a while, like the other day when I was told the story, I went to McDonald's and had a quarter pounder with the fries and the Oreo Blizzard. That was like the first time I've had ice cream, and I don't know how long. And ice cream is one of my favorite things. So, but anyway, to report, I have lost 21 pounds.
Cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
I went from 280 down to 259. So,
Way to go.
yeah, I can tell a difference.
That's what
Okay,
I got to get a bathroom scale, but let's see how much.
Yeah, I can tell a difference. I can actually bend over and pick something up, and when I stand up, I'm not sitting there going because it cut my breath off. So yeah, I can tell a difference. And people see me say, "You look like you're losing some weight," and I'm like, "Yeah, my belly's not as big. Santa's gonna be here still this year, but he's not gonna be quite as big." All right, so I've got to condense my 30-minute story down into y'all took my time away.
Russ, before you do, I feel we have to mention how dapper and clean looking Donald is.
Yes,
he's got a haircut,
he's got
the beard back.
Yeah, he showed that picture of his cleanup, and I said that yeah, he does look a lot better. He does.
GQ Donald. GQ Donald.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well,
okay. So I'm going to.
I had to get it done before my winter. My
winter
winter coat. Yes.
I'm going to condense a 30-minute story down to 10 or 15 minutes because I promised my wife I wouldn't be on.
The clock is running.
How long is story, Russ?
So I'm going to condense a 30-minute story down to try to get it down to 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, so my last 2 weeks, and this has nothing to do with shop projects or anything else. My last 2 weeks have been literally hell on earth. I kid you not. Just unbelievable. But there is some, what is it? Silver lining on the bottom of the storm clouds. Yeah, everybody's timing me now. So anyway,
we love you, Russ.
The Saturday 2 weeks before, we didn't have a show because my aunt passed away. Her funeral was that afternoon, and I just didn't feel like having the show that night. My aunt was a very wonderful, beautiful person. Pat, loved her, very caring, kind lady, and we just got over Brenda, losing Brenda. So, yeah, I didn't feel like having the show that afternoon. So the following weekend was Labor Day weekend, and we had planned on leaving for the weekend to go with our daughter, Ashley, and her husband, Justin, to their hunting camp, which is about I think they said 2 hour, 2.5, 3 hour trip. Anyway,
3 hour trip. 3
hour trip. Yeah. So, anyway, we planned on going up there to the Perry, Florida area with them for the Labor Day. We were supposed to leave out on Friday. That kind of got postponed because of some things that happened. And I don't want to go into it because I'm trying to abbreviate the story. So anyway, we all decided, and they couldn't leave out until Friday night. I have a problem with that because I've never been taking that camper up there, and they have a way to hook up to their electric, and I didn't want to be out there at midnight trying to figure out how to get the air conditioner and everything running. I do have a generator I could have took with me that would run everything, and I thought about and told them I'll just take that, and but y'all are going to have to put up with the noise of the generator. But anyway, my point being is we decided to leave out Saturday morning and go up there. That way I could have plenty of time to worry about the electric and hooking it up. So that afternoon, it started raining. Friday night, it started raining, and there was a few things I needed to do. Well, I have like some steps, like 4 steps going down to my shop. And as I walked out and it was raining, as soon as I hit the top step, my left foot went out from underneath me. My right foot went underneath me on my 259-pound buttocks. And I proceeded to go down these 3 or 4 steps on my shin and ankle. So when I got to the bottom, I I thought I had broke my leg. I really did. It hurt that bad. When I got to the bottom, I was like, wow. I usually don't take my cell phone. I called my wife real quick and said, come help me. I fall in the backyard, and she ran out there and everything. So I got my leg out from underneath me. I was able to wiggle my toes and bend my knee and everything. It wasn't broken. And so that being that, so I was hurt really bad. She had to help me in the house and everything. So I'm getting to that age. I'm the 3 o'clock pee in the morning club kind of guy. Yeah. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I went to get out of bed, which was Saturday morning at 3 o'clock a.m., I couldn't get out of the bed. I mean, it was like it hurt that extremely bad. So had to wake up Nancy, and she had to help me to the bathroom. So anyway, needless to say, we didn't leave Saturday.
Not the laugh, but the world now knows.
Yeah, we didn't leave Saturday. We didn't leave Sunday. Yeah, I spent Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It wasn't until Tuesday where I was able to walk somewhat and get around. So that being said, we missed the whole weekend. We just stayed at home.
But what was the silver lining?
Well, I'm fixing to get to that. Tuesday,
okay. I'm sorry.
I'm back into the construction business. I've been in construction my whole life. So my sons and I have made a construction company, and we're back into building. And there was a problem. The framer was having a problem on one of the buildings with some of the walls and some stuff. Anyway, to make a long story short, he said, can somebody meet me out there? And I said, yeah, I'll be there at 1 o'clock. And because he said that, yeah, can somebody meet me at 1? And I said, yeah, I'll be there at 1 o'clock. So I left the house at 1 o'clock to go meet him in my truck. I love my truck. Great truck. Get there at 1 o'clock, meet him. Everything's going on. Everything's cool, going fine. No problems or whatever. So I take off to head home. As I'm about 5 or 6 miles from my house, as I stop at the stoplight, I notice smoke coming from underneath my hood of my truck. And I'm thinking like, oh crap, my truck's on fire. And because it looked like smoke. And I watch my instrument panel all the time, and I didn't see it getting hot before that, but I looked down and looked over, and the needle's getting, it's getting hot. So I realized, oh crap, I'm good. It's getting hot. It's not on fire. So I immediately try to I'm at a red light. And as soon as it takes green, I immediately try to get in the right lane and get over and get off. I'll never forget this. I pulled into St. Stephen's Episcopal Church entranceway is where I made it in. But as I'm trying to get in, nothing works. The power steering has gone out. The brakes have almost gone out. I can get a hold of the steering wheel and literally push my foot as hard as I can to get it to stop. And I'm wrenching on the steering wheel to get into the entranceway to this church. And I finally make it into the church. And as soon as I make it in the church, I put it in park and turn it off. And immediately I get out, and like antifreeze is coming out everywhere in steam and smoke. So I'm like, oh, great. Really? So the water pump went out on my truck. So I call, this is not the end of the worst of the story. So I have AAA. So I call them. And, AAA has, I'm at 7. I'm still under 10 minutes.
You are. Go for it.
I call AAA because I have AAA, and they have contracts with people. Well, I'm in their area where their contract is, and the lady called me back, and she goes, yeah, you've got a dually? And I said, yeah. She goes, well, unfortunately, both we have 2 trucks that can tow a dually, and the one truck's down, so it'll be 3 hours before we can get to you. And I said, do what? And she goes, yes. And I said, okay. She says, are you going to be with your truck? And I went, explanate, no. I said, because I know where I'm at. There's a McDonald's about 3 blocks or so away.
It was a pub.
And the Clouds are black and forming. I look on my phone's radar and there is a thunderstorm coming. I'm not sitting in my truck with no air conditioner for 3 hours waiting for a tow truck. So I told her, I said, hell no, I'm not going to be here. I said, I'm going to the McDonald's about 3 blocks away. Tell your tow truck driver to pick me up there and bring me to my truck because I'm not staying here. So I get out of my truck, lock it up. I went to the office. Oh, I left a note on I did have a pad with me and I left a note on my windshield. I said, please don't tow. I've called AAA and they're on their way. In other words, on my windshield on a note. I know it's going to rain. They probably won't be able to read it, but I still left that in case somebody from the church walked up and said, oh, we're going to have this truck towed out of our driveway, so to speak. So off I go, headed to McDonald's. And it actually started sprinkling on me, but I made it into McDonald's and it cut loose. Thunder, lightning, everything exciting. I mean, it started storming just as I made it into McDonald's. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. At least you let me make it here. So I ordered me a Big Mac. Oh, no, not Big Mac. A quarter pounder with cheese, large fries, large diet, and a Blizzard. What do they call them? Blizzards, whatever, from McDonald's. I ordered me a Blizzard, and I'm not supposed to be eating sweet because I lost so much, but I ordered me a Blizzard that day. I was like,
you didn't talk about that.
Yeah, I ordered me an Oreo Blizzard on top of it, and I sit there
at Dairy Queen
and eat my quarter pounder, drinking my Coke, eating my fries, and loving that. I love ice cream and loving that Oreo Blizzard while it was storming outside. So the silver lining to this is that I want to say is we had planned on leaving on Friday, and we left on Friday, and then we planned on living on Saturday morning. You know, had we left, we would have been couple of 100 miles away from home, and the water pump would have went out on the side of the road, pulling the camper, trailer, toy hauler, whatever you want to call it. So the silver lining is,
what is the silver lining?
Maybe God let me slip down the steps and hurt my legs so I couldn't go, so we wouldn't be stuck on the side of the road.
And we'll have passage.
Yes. So I mean, I don't know. Is that a silver lining? Yes. I would have not liked to be stuck on. And guess what? I'd have been calling AAA and said, I'm stuck on the side. And I do pay for, I had a boat. So you have to pay extra if you have an RV or a boat or whatever for AAA so they can tow the RV or your boat. You know what I'm saying? So I do pay extra. So they would have towed the RV along with my truck. But my point is, we could have been sitting halfway between here and Perry, Florida, on the side of the road with my wife waiting 3.5 hours for the tow truck to come get us and tow everything away. So yeah, that's.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm impressed. You done it in 11 minutes.
So
maybe
my truck broke down.
Because God knew you were going to go to McDonald's and order a Blizzard.
Yeah, I said that's what I said when I walked in. I went like, I'm on this diet. Screw my diet. I'm ordering me a Blizzard. By God, I love their Oreo Blizzards are good, man, because I love Oreos. I can eat me a whole package of Oreos.
Russ, I don't want to make waves, but I did suggest.
If you'd ordered a McFlurry, you'd have been okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
so, but I went out there comfortably. My wife called me. She's like, "Are you all right? And you want me to come get you?" And I'm like, because I only live 5 or 6 miles, or I was only 5 or 6 miles away. So it was storming here too. And I said, no, don't get out in this crap. Just stay at home. I'm sitting in McDonald's eating a quarter pounder and an Oreo Blizzard. I'm fine. Just stay at home. I'll be here. Don't worry about it. I said, if it lets up and, I'll call you and let you know if you want to come and get me at that time, but don't leave. Just stay there. I'm fine. I'm sitting here. I'm comfortable.
It's a McFlurry. It's a McFlurry.
A McFlurry. Oreo McFlurry. There you go. No. That's what it was. An Oreo McFlurry. So, yeah, that has been my last 2 weeks. And let me tell you, I was like, all right, something else want to just pile on here? It's like, might as well. So,
Yeah, Russ, I just realized something. Hang on.
Oh, you got glasses like me, yeah. I know. Oh, that's another thing that happened in all this. I lost
like
my
these
golden,
ones,
my glasses that I normally wear on the show, my gold, the ones that are gold framed. I've lost them. So that's the reason I'm wearing the black ones tonight, because I can't find my gold ones. So that's another thing that happened these last.
It's fine. These ones are my shop glasses because I don't want to wreck the brand new ones. But
yeah,
these
are my shop glasses. These are my shop glasses, and the
gold
ones that I wear are the ones that if I take my wife out to dinner so I can read the menu glasses, or I have the show, I wear the gold ones. These are my shop glasses.
You don't need your glasses for man. You use your phone and increase the picture.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my last 2 weeks. Let me tell you, it was, and like I said, the silver lining is, and I didn't even think about that. Nancy said, "Do you realize that if we'd been going to Perry and that water pump went out, we'd been sitting on the side of the road?" And I went like, I never thought about that. You're right. It's actually, even though it hurt like hell, it was actually fortunate that wasn't on the side of the road. So.
Russ, Aussie Man says, you don't have to go through all that, Russ. Just fess up and tell her you wanted a big McDonald's trip.
Yeah. Yeah, I planned it so I could have the Oreo McFlurry. I planned all that for the Oreo McFlurry.
All that for a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And never again ask what could go wrong.
I haven't had, because I love McDonald's. Don't get me wrong. I love their food. I'll admit to it.
I love their fries.
Is it healthy? Hell no, it ain't healthy.
No.
I think that's the first quarter pounder, and I'm not kidding. I think that's the first quarter pounder I've had in a year. If not a year, I know it's been like 8 months.
We know that within 2 or 3 hours after eating there, we're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
When we're gonna feel like crap. We're not gonna be hungry. It's no.
Yeah,
we'll do it once in a great while on the road.
We don't eat a lot. But I mean, I like that day. I was like, all right, what the heck with it? I'm eating McDonald's, because that was a safe harbor to get out of the storm. It was in air conditioning. I didn't have to do anything. I had a bathroom to go to if I needed a bathroom. So
it wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning yet. It wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning yet.
It doesn't matter if it's 3 o'clock. Sometimes you just got to go.
When you got to go, you got to go.
So
sooner or later.
All right, we're going to close this out of here. I'm 13 minutes late. I told my wife I'd be done by 9 o'clock, but I did hold it down to it. I went from 30 minutes. How many minutes was it? 11 minutes, Chris?
Hold up. Oh, I cleared it. Sorry.
I gave
11:27. There you go.
All right. I gave the panel the 30-minute version. They had to live through the 30-minute version.
Only because he told us there'd be a test later on.
Yeah. Well, I gave them the 30-minute version. All right. So we're looking for people to be on.
To be on
anybody
what?
To be on the show.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. Hey, we had Chris
I'm just making that note out there. So anybody find anybody? You posted a good one. Was it Chris that you posted about that guy the other day?
Yeah, he doesn't have a big YouTube presence, but
yes,
he's a welder and he makes pretty cool little things welding them together.
Yeah, so, we'll get with him. And there was another one that was posted, and I met that guy in Atlanta at the woodworking show, and he did say he'd come on the show. And I forgot about it. I'm gonna contact him.
Yeah, I got another one too. He's not a big maker. He's a hunter, but he makes his arrows out of apple wood. I was like, that might be a different thing. We can do something like that, And he's actually my wife's cousin. So
there you go.
Okay.
I'll reach out to him and see if he's interested in coming on.
Keep it in the family.
So.
Yep. No, that's good. So, all right, guys. Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans, but it really, I mean, I don't want another 2 weeks like that again. Trust me, I don't want.
Nobody does.
So it's like, but the funny thing is about it, that happened on a Friday night. And Al, you said, when did you fall? Like Saturday or Sunday?
It was either It had to have been Saturday because I felt so bad
Yeah.
that the next day I didn't stream. It wasn't that morning. It was, and it could have been Sunday morning. I don't remember. But seriously, I blacked out. I came in and told my wife. I said, "You almost had to take me to the hospital because
Right.
if I had, hit it in my head or something, I guess. I mean, I didn't hit my head, but I was blacking out to where I was
Yeah.
just.
I didn't black out. I just was, and the funny thing about it was, I normally, because I'm outside working in the yard, I sweat. I'm a sweater. I change if I'm working in the yard. I change clothes 2 or 3 times a day at least, just from being wet from sweat.
No, in
And
Florida, there's a
so,
lot of humidity, and it really helps. I mean, doesn't
yeah,
help. Yeah.
so I normally don't have my cell phone. My wife even said that. She goes, "You don't have your cell phone. How the heck did you have?" And I said, "I don't know. I just stuck it in my pocket as I was heading out to the back door." So when I called her and told her I'm hurt, and she come out, she goes, "It's like amazing that you have your cell phone. You never have your cell phone when you're outside." And I said, "I know."
You should carry it. You should carry it all over when you're older. I carry it.
Well, I have thought about that, and I ordered a thing that I can clip onto my belt loop. I can't keep it in my pocket because I sweat so much it'll ruin the phone. But I ordered a phone holder that I can clip to my belt loop. So it'll actually be on the side of my body so the water won't get to it. So I have ordered one of those, and I'm going to start wearing it.
I keep mine with me all the time, and I learned all this in the hard way. Back at our old house we were renovating, I was out in the yard, Amy was at work, on my crutches, and my crutches fell into an old, I don't know if it was a post hole or a hole that the farmer had dug, whatever, and it broke. So now I'm on my ass in the yard, 50 yards from the house, and there's nobody home.
Yeah.
So I didn't have my phone with me. So now I keep my phone with me 24/7.
Yeah, that's why I said I know God was in it. He had let me.
I had to crawl my way through the mud back to the house.
Your
Get my
subconscious
set of
knew
crutches.
you was about to do a stupid.
Huh?
Your subconscious knew you were about to do a stupid.
Yeah. So yeah, I had my phone with me. I called her, and that was unusual. And let's put it in another perspective. Let's say my leg had been broken, and let's say that she wasn't here. I had my phone with me. I could have called 911. So yeah, it is kind of an important thing. So yeah, I ordered one because I'm not trying to be gross, but yes, I do sweat a lot, and it'll hook to my belt clip, and my iPhone will go into it, and it'll be outside my body, so it won't collect as much water, so to speak.
And you never know, you could hurt yourself, and then you'd have to order McDonald's, and now you can't call them.
I can't call Uber Eats to come bring me my McDonald's.
Your McDonald's.
I fell down, and I broke my leg, and I want my McDonald's right now. Get your ass over here.
And while you're on the way,
Oreo McFlurry, and I want it now.
I'm falling, and I can't get a Big Mac.
And before we bail out, I just want Nancy to realize I did suggest he take you to a 5-star hotel. He blew me off, but I did suggest it.
Yeah, that's good. And one more friendly thing before you get on. Thank you, Donna, for being back.
We are welcome. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, does it feel good to be back? Does it really?
Oh yeah.
Back in the game.
Back in the game. So we're glad to have her back. So all right, good night, everybody. Listen, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're just lazy or you're too darn busy. So get out in your shop and make some sawdust.
Don't knock the lazy.
Give me sawdust. Lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. God bless. And we'll be back next week.
Remember, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Nope, gotta go home.
We can't stay here either.
Yeah.